My mom passed away. This year it'll be 15 years, and my dad remarried 5 years ago. And I got 3 bonus sisters, and one lives in Italy, one lived in Ireland, and one lives in Brazil. And I've had the opportunity to hang out with all of them, and they're great. And the one who was in Ireland has actually relocated and has moved in with my dad and my stepmom. And over the last couple of years, it's been strange because I permanently moved to Macon, and home is Macon. And every time I go back, it's the strangest thing to go back to your childhood home and you feel like a guest. And my stepmother had an ex, and she made no pretense of telling me everything that was ex-related is out. Everything that was ex-related in her life was absolutely removed, almost to surgical precision, no longer a part of her life. Even though my mom passed away, I'm part of that life that no longer existed, so it's been strange, and I've been struggling with it. And recently, I have antibodies, so I did all the traveling I possibly could to see the people that I loved while I was safe. And I went to South Florida to see friends and my boyfriend's family, and we divided and conquered, and I was gonna, see my dad and my stepmom. Every time I go, my stepsister isn't there because, they're going to see the in-laws who live in Fort Pierce. And on Saturday, I was thinking, maybe I won't go see my dad. It's just so weird. I don't feel like I'm really part of the family. I totally feel like a guest. And if you know my family, if you knew my family, Brazilian family is everything. And now I'm outside of that. So I've been struggling with it. So I kind of come to terms with it on Saturday. I'm not going to go. They knew I was coming. They should have called, whatever. Because I also called them. 5 minutes after I make that decision, I get a phone call. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go. And so I go, and I'm expecting on doing time. Hour of, okay, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about that doesn't cause strife or stress or bleh? And I knock on the door, and I have my little dog, which always makes it good, right? My dog loves my dog, so knock on the door, and they open up the door, and my stepsister and her husband and the baby, Chloe, is 18 months now and walking and making sounds. And the last time I saw her was months old. So babies are babies, they may or may not like the person. And I walk in and I hear my stepsister say in Portuguese, "Olha, Chloe, a tia Mari saiu da foto. Look, Chloe, tia Mari walked out of the picture." And this little 18-month-old girl looks at me like this. Apparently I'm part of the routine. They say goodnight to my dad, Grandma and Grandpa, and then they come into the kitchen and they say goodbye to the family on the refrigerator. Tia Mari, Tio Junior, my brother, who's been dead. This year it'll be 3 years. She knows him. She knew me. She has to get picked up. She held my hand outside and walked me around the backyard that I knew. And I looked at everything with fresh eyes. And this little girl asked for me to feed her. She doesn't let her dad feed her. She doesn't let my dad feed her. But I fed her. And she sat in my lap. And I looked at this little girl who has 0 blood relation to me. And she has my curls. And so I'm not an orphan. I'm an aunt. I'm a chia. And what an amazing feeling that is.